G'day everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dinkum episode. I think this is 224, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. But anyway guys, we are out here in the spare house in the center of Wuyan. We had Chef Blue visit yesterday and we did quite a lot of cooking. But today, I'm not entirely sure what we'll get up to. We may do a little bit more of the metal detecting that we started doing the other day, considering how many keys we're going to be needing for the next update. But one of the first things that I do want to do before we move on is we're going to replant, or not really replant actually, we're just going to plant some new banana trees in the area. And this came as a bit of a suggestion from someone in the comments to sort of say, well, we've got a, big-ish tropical biome around these parts, so we may as well make use of it to grow some bananas. And I completely agree. So we don't exactly have too many spots where we constantly grab bananas. And, we do come to the spare house periodically, so I figure perhaps maybe it's a good chance for us to sort of grab bananas while we're out here. So if we have more banana trees in the area, we may actually be able to harvest a lot more bananas when we do come and visit. So yeah, I think it totally makes sense. So maybe a few more here and there, and then we'll get the day started. Chuck that there. And we go with one more, perhaps maybe just over here. Alright, and we can save the rest of the bananas. There's just a few more right here, and actually I see a few more right over there, so we'll just quickly fly over, see if we can grab those. Alright, very good. We could potentially plant a few more over this side as well, to be honest. So yeah, why not? Let's chuck a few more down over here. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, we should actually, I'll grab the spare raw drumstick there. These guys like killing each other, but they don't actually eat any of the meats, so I don't know what's going on with that. But speaking of eating meat, I think we should actually try and get back to the... Oh no, okay. We don't exactly have the space, do we? Tell you what, guys, I think we're gonna have to just do a little bit of a bike journey back home rather than take the teleporter, because we don't exactly have enough space to carry everything right now, so that's gonna have to be the way we do it. Now, I haven't forgotten that we are on the lookout for some rare doggos. Now, someone had left comments that there are like, what, 3 or 4 different types of rare doggos, and they're actually, different dog breeds that we can potentially get. And yeah, I'll be honest guys, I've never seen any of those dog breeds before while out and about in Wuyan, so I can't say that I know where to find all of these rare doggos. But I suppose we just need to do a little bit more exploring before we actually find them. It looks like our potatoes are ready. But what I might do is I'll keep the potatoes in there like we are doing for the onions, because it is the end of the season. I don't want to have to sort of till the soil again after taking out those potatoes. So let's put a few things away first, because the inventory issue is sort of getting in the way of our work. So let's just do what we need to do here. Chuck all of these in the appropriate places. We'll start grinding up this shiny stone. Might as well. I think we've got a stash of feathers somewhere here. Yep, we do. And let's maybe get some brews going. Got plenty of wattle flower, wattle flowers. So we might as well get a few wattle brews going. And yeah, I think we can store a few other things here. So bananas can go here. Some chicken. I think I want to bring those bones back. I'll just quickly store these flowers. Okay, cool. Let's head back to the farm and let's complete what we need to complete over there. Something new here. A compost request. 1 alpha scale for 3 bags of fertilizer. Are we saying that we can use the alpha scales to make fertilizer? Is that what we're saying? Because if that's what we're saying, then man, I don't mind converting alpha scales into fertilizer. That's completely fine. Maybe we should test that. So, 1 second. So we need to accept this request. It's from Melbourne. Let's actually turn that in because I don't mind a little bit more extra fertilizer. Melbourne is right in here. Yep. Just want to chat, mate. Let's talk about the fertilizer that you're making. There you go. Alpha scales. Nice, okay, and just like that, we've got 3 more fertilizer. That's very good, but I am going to bring this sorry, not fertilizer. I'm going to bring the alpha scales back with us. And I'm going to see if we can actually drop these into the fertilizer boxes to see if we can actually convert these into fertilizer. Because, oh yes, we can. How many do we need? 1 each. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I've learnt something completely new today, guys. So we can use alpha scales to make some more fertilizer. I will keep those alpha scales right there, just in case we need them. Of course, maybe it might be a little bit better if we use poos and whatnot, because we can use alpha scales for other things, but anyway. Let's gather all of our quote-unquote pocket money from the from the Animal Research Center. And as soon as we're done with that, we'll set the traps back up and we'll get to dealing with the farm. Let's just chuck all of the animal traps back down. Alright, good stuff. And it does look like good old Spike is in a good location this morning, so I don't really have to worry too much about him. I mean, there is a bit of a concern around this side, isn't there? Because there's a huge, like, body of water over there. I'm worried that crocs might spawn over there as well. But anyway, let's get to gathering our eggs. Oh, looks like we've got some more fertilizer ready over here as well. Nice. Okay. Yeah, as I said, we'll keep the onions growing. Well, not growing, but like we'll just keep them in the ground for the time being. Hopefully these potatoes will be done tomorrow, or maybe even the next day. I think the game might allow you another couple of days to sort of grow stuff. Hopefully. Alright. And we've got a whole bunch of potatoes ready here as well. We'll harvest them tomorrow. I don't actually think that there's anything else that we need to work on right this moment, so that's sort of a bit of a plus, which means we should be able to get the day started a little bit earlier. So let's do that. I do need to deal with the animals though, so let's actually do what we need to do with Julia and Ed. Sorry, not Ed. Julia and Faye. There we go. Alright, good stuff. I'll put these tools back, and I do want to go visit John because we've got a few fossils ready for sale, and we do actually need to sort of weigh them before we do anything else. I'm just going to quickly chuck the chef's hat back. Actually, it is Saturday today, guys, so we can't even do that. That's a shame. I was also going to buy another barbecue, because another suggestion that came through in the comments was perhaps maybe we should bring a barbecue out to the spare house in the center of Wuyen, because, well, you know, it's not really a outback household unless there is a barbecue sitting around somewhere. So, and I kind of agree. So we should get a barbecue out there. So we'll do that in due course. Let's make some more cheese. We probably do need to sort of hang on to a little bit of milk though, because we are sort of running out of milk. Yeah, in fact, we don't have any milk whatsoever. So yeah, we should perhaps store some of our milk when we get the chance. Alright. Yeah, and because it's Saturday, I can't even visit Franklin either. Alright, so we're going to have to sort of think about stuff to do, and I think this might be a good chance for us to start another sort of quote-unquote mini project. And that is going to be the sort of seating area that I've been talking about maybe a few episodes ago, near where the bridge is. Yeah, we'll sort of make somewhat of a nice sort of looking square, if you will. And yeah, hopefully the townies will enjoy that. Might also be a good idea for us to go out and do a little bit of hunting. We do need a little bit more extra meat. So yeah, we'll see if we can do that. Okay, so here's sort of the area that I want the square to be in. Now in the stream that we had, there's going to be a new structure called the bandstand, and I ended up sort of putting the bandstand over here, but I don't think I'm going to do that this time around in the actual episodic series. So we should be able to, you know, put the bandstand somewhere else, hopefully. We might need to sort of rethink a few structures here and there. But yeah, the bandstand's going to go somewhere else. Perhaps maybe even, you see where like John's Goods is. Perhaps maybe we might want to move where John's located. But yeah, we'll think about that when the time comes. So let's just move a few things around here. And then we can sort of start thinking about what we want for the quote-unquote square. I do want to use the bunting festoons just to sort of decorate the area a little bit. So I might actually just quickly have a look at how big these things are once more. Okay, yep. So I'm thinking maybe we'll have a couple of bunting festoons over here. This pathway we may not end up keeping either, because the reason why I think so is because, you know, we've got an area leading towards the square, and because the square is an area that, you know, people can literally just walk through anyway, we probably don't need another pathway that actually sort of goes to the side of it, if that makes sense. So, let's see here. I think the next thing we're going to need to decide is what, I guess, path should I use for the square. I'm thinking something along the lines of... I mean, I don't think we want cement. Pattern stone path. We need stones and bags of cement. And conveniently, we have been making some bags of cement recently. So, we could probably make a little bit more. But let's see how we go with maybe a couple of batches of the pattern stone path. And we'll place these down and we'll sort of see if that suits the town at all. So, oh my lord, okay, that that doesn't really look very nice. If I can be completely honest, guys, I'm not a fan. So, yeah, I'm actually going to be selling this to John, because I don't think we really need them. I can't see myself using those pathways at any point. So, yeah, that was a bit of a waste, but that's okay. Sometimes you don't really know until you've actually used some of these items. So let's take a look at other stuff that we can potentially use. So these are roads. Cobblestone path. But these are paths, which means, I guess they're all paths, technically. Let's check out what cobblestone looks like. And, yeah, we'll see if that suits our needs. Okay, probably not cobblestone either, but I can foresee us using cobblestone paths sometime in the future. Potentially. So we'll keep cobblestone paths. Do we have other pathways that we can use? Yes, we do. We've got brick pathways as well. Or the next best thing might be cement. But the problem with cement is that we've sort of used cement pathways for you know, our parking areas, so I'm not entirely sure if we want the same thing going for the square that we're trying to build out here. But let's take a look at brick paths. That doesn't look too bad. But now that I sort of think about it, these things sort of look a little bit better once you've got a few more sort of laid down next to them, right? Ah, okay. Yeah. Alright. Ooh. Difficult choice, guys. I'm not entirely sure what I would prefer. I almost feel like the cement paths might actually be a good option, but I'm very confused right now. I think maybe we should go with these pattern stone paths, to be honest. I mean, the brick paths are okay, but I feel maybe the pattern stone might look a little bit better for the space that we're trying to achieve, you know? Like, I feel like it needs to have a little bit more character, not just, oh, here's a flat, you know, wall that's happens to be on the ground. Because that's kind of what like a brick path looks like, to be honest. But I definitely think that we're probably going to need like a little bit more of these pattern stone paths. So let's maybe craft a little bit more. Maybe just one more batch, and we'll see if that's enough. If not, obviously we can craft some more. What am I doing here? I am dropping some more stone, because who knows, we might need more bags of cement sometime soon. But yeah, let's get these pattern stone paths in. Okay, we definitely don't have enough. Unless we want to make this area just a tiny bit smaller. I still think that we don't have enough anyway. Yeah, we need one more. Jeez, it's 6 o'clock already. Time's flown by today. Alright, so I think I'm happy with that. It's time to just put down some bunting festoons out here. And... oh man, alright. Or do we want to make this area even smaller, considering the placement of the bunting festoons? Or, I think maybe it might be better for us to maybe make the square a tiny bit bigger. That might actually be better. So... just pick all of this up and let's swap that out. And yeah, so I think we should have enough here. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I probably want like some kind of a fountain going on around here, I think. I don't know. What do you reckon, guys? Is this big enough, or maybe we should make it slightly bigger? Like, yeah, maybe. I am so confused right now, guys. Yeah, the thing is, with a lot of my projects, it's like, oh, I sort of don't really have much of a plan. But I sort of run with whatever comes to mind on the day. I think I might actually just flatten a little bit of this. Yeah, that looks better. Alright. Actually, no. We shouldn't do that, because we are going to put a few more of the paths in there. Alright, let's get some more paths going. those pattern stone paths. Alright, good stuff. Let's continue making a little bit more cement because we can. Alright, I think that looks good. We're just gonna have to move the bunting festoon. Just one tile down, and I think it might be good if we sort of put some steps in place here as well. So I might actually remove that. We should get maybe some brick steps in play. So let's go get some brick steps. There we go. Same ingredients, which is nice. Alright, looking good. So I think we've got the basis for what will become sort of a small square, if you will. I sort of envisage this area to be, you know, like one of those spaces where people go to sort of have like an open market, or, you know, or other events and stuff like that. But, you know, that's not actually going to happen because people are, you know, the game's not designed that way. But, you know, I can see like street vendors going there, etc., etc., or just people going out to relax, you know. One other idea that we could potentially implement is I could potentially like remove a few of the tiles in the middle and like maybe grow like a jacaranda tree or something like that in the middle, because as part of the new update we will get jacaranda trees, and you know, it might be nice to have like a central jacaranda tree or something like that. I have no idea how big it grows, so I don't really know if that would look good or not. Otherwise, we could potentially have a second, you know, a second fountain going there. But anyway, I think we're done here at the town. We probably will continue work on the square on another day, because yeah, I think we should try and mix things up, maybe do a few other things, and I'm thinking maybe we should go out there, put down a little bit more infrastructure. I definitely want to perhaps replant a few more trees here if we can, because we did have to take a few down. Let me just swap a few things here and there. Billy button we don't exactly need. Stones, I think we might need that for a few more of our rock paths, so let's just craft a few more here. Okay, good stuff. And yeah, I think things are looking good. Let me just put a few things away and we'll head out and do our thing. We should try and make it back home though, tonight, rather than staying out somewhere, because we probably do need a bit of a change of clothes right about now. Let's chuck that down there. And yeah, maybe another over here. We'll probably get rid of one of our gum nuts here. Alright, cool. So, let's head out. I won't say no to Rupu's lying about. Now we do need to decide where we're going to do some of the infrastructure work. Where haven't we laid down pathways? Actually, we were working on a pathway that goes towards this beach here. So we could potentially keep working on that side, or we could start working on some more pathways in another area. I think we sort of continue with the pathway that we've got sort of established. And I think sort of we should try and complete the work on that side before we start thinking about making another pathway that goes somewhere else. Because otherwise we sort of have trouble keeping track of all the pathways that we're working on. Also got spare couple of campfires that we could potentially drop down somewhere. I did just hear Ted. Must be down there somewhere. There he is. Let's see if he's got something easy for us to complete today. Ah, Blue. Always nice bumping into you. What can I do for you? Ah, darn. Sorry, guys. I was meant to click on the one below that. I want to chat. Oh, what did you want to chat about? Do you need anything? Oh, wow. I've noticed you've got 3 rupees on you. I'd like to buy 3 rupees you're carrying. How does 9 dink sound? Nah. Nope. Because I'd rather use those rupees for actual fertilizer. I think 9 dink is definitely not worth it, considering the fertilizer that we can make from it. So who knows, we might get lucky with some keys. Although bright wires are also nice. One more over here. There we go. Yeah, that was a pretty good find, actually. I might actually also just quickly break open some of these iron ores, or iron veins. You never know if we might get lucky and get a few shiny stones. But yeah, it is late. Almost 12 o'clock, so I'm keen on just laying down some more pathways and then heading back home. Because I don't want the episode to go on for too long. Some of you guys have been asking, you know, since we had the stream, when the update's actually coming out, and I actually do not know, guys. Although I had the chance of, you know, playing a test build. James hasn't exactly confirmed with anyone or anywhere about when the update's going to be ready. But my biggest assumption is that the update's probably going to be ready sometime either this month or sometime next month, because it does say blooming spring, and I figure, you know, I figure it's like a spring update, which means that, you know, it makes sense for it to come out in the springtime. At least in the springtime for those in the northern hemisphere. So in Australia right now it is in the middle of summer, so we're sort of in the tail end of summer, if that makes sense. So we're getting very close to the autumn months now. Still bloody hot though, but yeah, sooner or later things are gonna start cooling down. For us, at least. I definitely need to somehow get the pathway moving down from this massive hill. And then once we get up to that side over there, we're probably going to have to climb again. But what I'll do is I'll just quickly shift some soil here. And from there, we should be able to sort of work towards making the pathway sort of descend. Alright, probably still need to descend quite a little bit more here, so maybe it wasn't a good idea to put all of these paths down just yet. Let's see. I think I'll continue and flatten all of this as well. Just need to watch our stamina. All right. I think we're almost there, so just something like that. And yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with the descent there. We might need to get a few steps on the go. We've got a couple right now. Probably need a few more though. But we'll be able to make that in due course. Don't really have a lot of inventory space to work with though. Okay, managed to grab all of that. That's good. Alright, cool. So I think we're done for the night. Just gonna head on back and we'll wrap up. Probably a good idea that we sort of go back to the farm. At least we're going to be a little bit closer to the town, so that we can... I was thinking of stealing some of those eggs, but those weary moos. Probably not the right time to be thinking about stealing weary moo eggs right now. But yeah, as I was saying, probably a good idea that we just go back to the farm, be a little bit closer to town, because we're going to need to do something about our inventory before we even start with the farming. Now, tomorrow might be a very, very busy day as well, because it is the first day of the week. And that means we're going to have to think about, you know, what to plant and where to plant it. So yeah, it's going to be a very busy first day of what is it? Summer. So yeah, I figure we rarely ever do this, but we might as well just like stay here. Oh, actually, we don't even have a bed here. Bloody hell! There goes my plans. I was gonna say, let's sleep here. But no, we don't even have a bed there. Alright, gonna have to just go back home, sleep in our own bed. That's fine. It's probably the most comfortable anyway. Alright, here we are. What a day. Pretty interesting. I would say I'm very happy with how the square, quote unquote, is turning out. I guess it was a little bit difficult to sort of choose what sort of base slash pathway we wanted to choose, but I think I'm happy with the selection. If you guys have a different idea of what should be there, let me know. But from the selection of all of the pathways that we have, I think we've chosen the best one. So yeah, we'll continue the work on that front probably in the next few episodes, but tomorrow's probably going to be a big focus on farming and making sure that we've got all of the summer crops in. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Leave a like, dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.